We are going to be listening to some resourceful people. People will get sense inside this country. Because no matter how we take bad, you still get people who get sense. I get it. You know, this argument of, hey, state of emergency, it has been done in the past. Obasanjo did it. He got away with it. Why is our own different? Obasanjo declared state of emergency when it was necessary. Number one, and number two, he never used it as a medium to shut out, to come out to the opposition. Before English go finish from my mouth. He did not use it as a tool to come for the opposition. And when I go here, Obasanjo go talk small. You follow for one of the resourceful people now. Why I say he go talk to Una. Forget his government if you never liked him then. Listen to what he had to say now. You will hear from Peter Obi too. Tambowal, former governor of Sokoto State, and former, what do they call him, House of Rep Speaker. You go hear them. What you don't hear from all of them now, you could use everything they talk. Use them on top of this government with the Tinubu government. Check and balance, weigh it, and then tell your conscience the truth. And I'm not here to give any judgment on anything. Now you now go by yourself. After you don't watch it now, I won't give you now. Now you by yourself now go give judgment. Whether if we are in a democracy or not. If we enjoyed democracy in a bit in the past. And now we are not even seeing any democracy again at all. In fact, if there was ever a democracy in Nigeria, that's a better way to put it. After watching this, you go tell yourself the truth, whether if there was ever a time we had democracy in this country. It can't be that way. This guy did not come scatter. Oh God. Watch this video, let us meet in the comment section and then finalize this discussion. Watch.
What sort of democracy brings you and you grab everything and then illegally, corruptly, and you say go to court? When you know that even in the court, you cannot get justice. So if democracy is not that democracy is failing, democracy is dying. And if we are going to make democracy not to die, we have to look at democracy in the context and in the content of Africa. I hope that we will get to that stage so that democracy which will deliver will be the democracy that we will have in Africa.
Let me follow my brother when he said about 1999. If you look at where we are today, it's like they started in 1999, laid the foundation. Some people came and took it a decking, and some people were trying to raise it to first floor, and some people came and knocked everything down. That's the situation where we are now. Everything has been knocked down. Nothing works. And I'm somebody who can say this exemplarily. I became a governor through the courts when President Obasanjo and Atiku were governors. I did not pay the court 1 naira. I was sitting in my house in the office, and the court declared me winner. When a governor is not student, it can happen in Nigeria today. When I was being impeached, the president sent people to come and intervene on my behalf. Ken Namani came begging House people not to impeach me. Today, the president impeaches the president. So that is the thing that for us. They were begging my house not to impeach me. And they were impeaching me. I was in Africa. And they were begging. President was calling me and said, Peter, are you okay? Even when I was impeached, President Obasanjo called me and said, are you okay? Are you safe? When I go back from the court, when court eventually declared me under Nduba, President Yaradua called my phone in London and said, congrats. I said, President, I can't come back because, if I come back, these people, he said, tell me the flight in which you're coming back. And I told him, When I came in the first time, military people came to receive me at the airport. I couldn't believe it. I took this straight to him. Now the president will ask me not to come back here again. So it's failed. Let's not talk about it. Let's talk about how you're going to do it. It's collapsing. Well, I would say to China is not democratic.
It isn't.
And I'm not going to compare ourselves with Singapore. It's a country of less than 5 million people. But I'll compare ourselves with Indonesia. Indonesia is 280 million. And coincidentally, the country with the highest number of Muslims. We should look at their democracy. They have what we call proportional representative. That is what I've always championed and would do. You cannot have, let me even go back, no country in the past 3 years conducted election have less than 30% of registered voters participate in the election and they held it. Everyone was go and check from South Africa to Mexico to Indonesia. They were not less than 60%. Nigeria was 23% of registered voters. In that 23%, Nigeria is the only country where you can be declared a winner without receiving 50% plus one of the vote. Our own was 37%. And there's no proportional representation, which is why you can have opposition here. Because if you had that, what you said wouldn't have happened. Because the person there now has 7% of the vote, call it 40. In the Senate would have had 44 members. PDP, with their leader, would have had about 34 members, and Labour would have had 24. In fact, we should have actually formed government. You cannot have a minority person sitting in government with everything, chasing everybody out, destroying everything. We must change it and have proportional representation so that the youth knows the listen. That is how it works. And once we do that, go and see it in Indonesia. In Indonesia, the president's party is not the leading party in the parliament, but they have proportional representation, which brings proper checks and balances. Like he said, it's the operators. That's why I said it's fair. His argument show that it's failing. Because the operators now have failed it. That is when we go back, it is failing.
Here in this room, seated, is former President Olusegun Obasanjo. Under his regime, state of emergency was declared in a number of states. The National Assembly, then we had Senator Pius Ayin as President of the Senate, and of course, Senator Kenan Emmanuel and Senator David Mark. They all worked. And then, of course, Speaker Masari was also Speaker of the House of Representatives, Speaker Ete and Bankole and myself at the point. We all ensured that 2/3 majority of members of both genders passed the emergencies in those times.
By 2/3, each member had to vote.
Each member had to vote. And you know that Parliament is guided by the Constitution, by its rules, and by precedents. In this same National Assembly, we have the same Constitution in a way, under Section 305. It has not been amended since the commencement of the democracy. We have our standing rules, and we have precedents of how 2/3 were able to be established in those instances where emergency was declared in Plateau, emergency was declared in Borno and Yobe. And we stuck by those. And we were guided by the Constitution. What happened in the last one? So I still insist that you need to check out the operators of the system.
For over a decade, this has been the birthplace of innovation. Innocent Vehicles is a testament to resilience, employing international best practices to create more than just a car. Every vehicle here tells a story of durability, fuel economy and safety. Crafted with the African spirit, the Nigerian heart. These vehicles surrounding me embody the unique concept of regionalization, each one designed to cater to the tastes and preferences of our people. From the streets in Nigeria to the terrains of the Sahara, these vehicles are designed for our roads, for our people. This is more than a vehicle. It's a symbol of our progress, our resilience, our collective success story. Your feedback drives us to continuously innovate and improve. Innocent Vehicle, the pride of African roads.